to the College Application Manager. Here you'll see a welcome to the College Applications dashboard. To get started, you're going to complete a few different application setup steps. Click Let's Go and we'll follow these steps. You'll enter your home address. Be sure to choose from the drop-down. You'll fill in your email if it's not there already. You're going to indicate if you qualify for an application fee waiver. And the final step is to sign your FERPA waiver. Once you complete these 3 steps, you'll finish your application setup and see the College Applications dashboard. The College Application Manager is where I'll be tracking and requesting documents for all my college applications. Here you can see on the dashboard, as I get started on my applications, they're going to fall under these different statuses. If I get started on an application but it's not yet finished, it will be in the incomplete column. Once I've submitted an application, completed all my to-do lists for this application, it will fall under completed and pending. And then finally, as I hear from these colleges with results, I can move them into either the accepted column, denied, or I can say I've withdrawn my application entirely. To add a new application here, I'm going to click on this button, Add Application. Go ahead and add an application. So when we click this, we'll see all the schools on my final list. I can choose from those. I could also search for any school here in the search bar. When I'm ready to add an application, I just want to make sure I've got the appropriate application status selected. I'll leave this at in progress as I want to make sure to request any teacher recommendations and see what counselor documents need to be requested as well. Once I add the application, I'll go through the next phase, which is choosing my application method and my application type. I'll also see the document destination, how are documents being sent. In this case, it's in network, so sent electronically. And then I'll have some student checklist items that I can add as well. For this school, everything is optional, so it's my choice if I want to add these to my to-do list or not. If something is required by a school, you'll see it says required and it will be automatically checked. I'm going to go ahead and choose my application method and my application type. I don't need any additional student requirements at this time, but I'll save my application and now see the next steps. Here I've got my student checklist. This is where I'll indicate when I've submitted my application. I can also add any additional checklist items here if I've changed my mind about something I want to add. I'll see the required teacher recommendations for this school. In this case, it's 1. When I click on this, I can search for my teacher, click on them, and then submit the request. If my teacher is from another district, I can search for their name. If they don't come up, then I'm going to go ahead and add them manually. I'll see over here on the right the counselor documents required for this school. In this case, I've now automatically requested a transcript and a counselor recommendation when I saved this application earlier. I can check back on the status of these documents. I'll be able to do that for my teacher recommendation as well. Back on my dashboard, I now see this application I've added is in the incomplete column now. That means I've started it, but I still have some items here I need to complete. I can hover over each of these icons to learn more about what I need to finish or I can click this pencil icon to go back into my application and update what I'm working on. If at any point I decide I don't want to continue applying to this school, I can mark it as will not complete. Over time, as I continue to work on applications, I'll have more applications logged here in the incomplete status. Once I submit an application and complete my to-do list items, it will move into completed and pending. If I hear back from a school about the application results, I can add the result for my school here, indicating if I was accepted, denied, waitlisted, deferred, or I've withdrawn my application. In addition to the board view, we have this list view. If you change it to list view, you'll see all of your schools in one list. You can sort by the status of the application, and you can easily check out what are your student checklist items, your teacher recommendations, and your counselor documents and their status. You can also see the due date for each of the applications, and you can go into the pencil icon to edit your application or see any other action items available. Let's take a look at some of our other tools over here on the left. We already looked at how you can add an application from your final list. We also have a recommendation tracker where you can keep track of all of the teacher recommendations you've requested. Here I can see I've requested a recommendation from this teacher for this school. I can keep track of the status of this recommendation. Has it been fulfilled? Is it still pending, or was it declined? If I want to learn more about FAFSA and how to file an application, I can click on the question mark here to learn more or update my status. If I haven't yet connected my Common App account, you'll notice here that this section will say not connected and you'll need to connect. We'll have an additional video and guidance for you to learn more about this, but you can always click here in the question mark to learn more about how to connect with Common App. And finally, you have your application setup, which you completed earlier. If you ever need to update your home address or your fee waiver eligibility, you can click the pencil icon. And that's how you use the College Application Manager. If you have any questions at all, feel free to use the chat support here in the bottom, or check out our Help Center for more articles to review anything that we went over in this video.